So in other words, when the pelvis rotates forward and the body comes with it, there's going to be a point where the hamstrings kind of go, ooh, I'm stretching. Stop there. And then press through the heels and come up. This distance shouldn't change that much. It should be pretty much the same. So now, in application, if we were to hinge at the hip, straight leg, and like reach towards the ground, we have two options. If our hamstrings don't have that quite enough length to get all the way to the floor here, in other words, if the pelvis doesn't keep tilting, we either have to round through the back, which is fine, you know, it can get you there, or you have to bend through the knees and get even lower to the ground to be able to scoop or pick or gather or dig or whatever it is we want to do. So let's come back up. Let's see if we can just play with the awareness of that in sequence. So if you were to hinge at the hip, you can let your arms reach. There's going to be a point where the legs start to stretch. Now instead of rounding from the back, so notice here, when you come here, if you put your hands on your lower back, there's two options. It could either be flex, which means it kind of curls over like the hump of a camel, or you still have a little bit of lumbar sway here. Then, if you can keep it, so and if you're at the point where you're really flexed, maybe just don't bend so far, come up a little higher. So, hinging at the hip, and just finding that edge where you can go, oh, there's a little stretch in the leg. And then bend the knee. Now here's a whole other point of focus. We can watch what happens to the knees and the ankles as we go down and up.